Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Seminoles have put the first part of the season in their rearview mirror. A lot of times, coaches like to break down the season into segments, a little bit more digestible. That way you don't bite off more than you can chew. They took care of business in the first part of the season. The last part, the finish line, still a little bit out of reach. Maintaining their focus in the middle of the race is the key if they want to finish on top. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Florida State has lined up for the kickoff, and we're ready to get this one underway. Thomas fields at the goal line. And down he goes at the 29-yard line. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game.
4 down, 552.
Inside the 30, down the sideline. Touchdown! Hold everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call. That penalty will move him back a bit.
Yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
From the 44-yard line, it's first down. He's taken down around the 42-yard line.
For a gain of 2 yards. That'll make it second and 7.
Check 50, check 50. Check 3,
There's a strike complete. The 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Hold everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call. So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. From the 30-yard line, first down. The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
Once you're set, you've got to stay that way. The slightest flinch is going to be enough to draw the flag.
And they got him for a loss. So the halfback loses about 2 on the run.
2 yards on the play. That'll make it second and long.
Second down and 17 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Let's go! Black 58! Black!
ground, and he won't get back to the line.
Defensive coordinator has a lot of confidence in his pass defense if he's releasing a safety to stop the run.
Check three, check three. Check 20, check 9, check 9. Ready? Move, aim, hard.
And he's tackled right away.
He's a big target that the quarterback can rely on. That's a smart play looking to him to get the first.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. Makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
He fights forward to about the 16.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here. End zone picked off.
I just don't think he saw the defender, and he threw the ball right at him. That's what happens when you focus on one guy. You get tunnel vision.
They come out in an empty backfield. Once and all, going deep. And they make the stop at the 29.
Gain of 15 yards. First down.
It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. He's looking for 6.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Leaping interception by the linebacker. From their own 19-yard line. First down. Robinson gets a carry right side. Nice run there as they work the outside.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Key in, 81, key in.
Again with a carry. He's to the 40. He's got an opening. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Canes. Wait a second. They put the points on the board, but they might have to take them down. That one's going to put them way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
Now it's 2nd and long after the penalty.
Mike 52.
Got him on the screen, but he drops it.
Here's a case of a quarterback so eager to make a play that he failed to see the danger of that attempt and nearly gave the ball away.
And he's tackled after positive yardage. Gain of 6 on the draw play.
4th down.
Anthony is back deep to return the punt. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He's taken down at the 36. The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
Fires out to his wideout, and down he goes at the 40-yard line.
Thomas on the tackle at the 40-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. Ball on the 40. With the pass, incomplete. That one sailed on him.
He wanted his receiver, but I think that may have slipped out of his hands.
3rd down.
The sub package in there defensively in this 5-wide receiver set. He wants it all. No, incomplete. The receiver couldn't catch up to that ball.
No, he couldn't, and I'll tell you what, the quarterback was conscious of the blitz that time by the defense. That may have been the reason that he overthrew the football.
Calls for the fair catch. Boy, neither offense can find any kind of rhythm so far, Herbie.
Yeah, it almost feels like the two offenses are just kind of feeling their way right now, allowing both these defenses just to dominate the game.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over.
Check down, 81.
Looks for the tight end, but they can't hook up. Hughes is the kind of player that keeps defensive coordinators up late at night, Herbie. I mean, if you load the box and take away the run, he's going to go up on top. If you sit back in the zone, he'll kill you with his legs. I mean, he's a great player. From their own 17-yard line, it's 2nd down. Tackle made around the 20-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. They'll bring him down right around the 16-yard line. Nothing doing for the offense, and it's 4th down.
You'd always like to move the ball at least past midfield, if only to win the field position battle. The defense wasn't going to give them anything on that drive.
Sims is the punter. They've got to play with some focus and smarts here. They don't want to make a mistake and suddenly find themselves trailing. Runs outside for a nice gain.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
Right 42, right 42.
They'll make the sack.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
We played 1 quarter. No score here. Back to the action here in the 2nd quarter. It's been a good one and a tight one at this point. Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
From their own 39-yard line, it's first down. He's at midfield. Brought down at the 42-yard line.
You talk about a dual-threat guy. This guy can hurt you in the air or on the ground.
From the 42-yard line, first down. They bring him down in the backfield.
That was just smash-mouth, helmet-to-chin football by the defensive line there. They dominated the point of attack.
Double tight, double tight. Four down, four down. Hey, back 52.
Hughes sets up the play action. He's at the 30. Ball is loose, fumble. The defense falls on it. So the offense turns over the pigskin.
The ball carrier here was just careless in handling the ball, and a great awareness by the defense to jump on it.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Nice 42, nice 42.
Going deep, lays it out there. Incomplete. It's knocked down by the defense.
Coach is going to have to be happy with that one. The defender was in the right position to make the play.
Throws it in a hurry. And he's taken down at the 37.
With the tackle at the 37-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
From their own 37-yard line. First down. He wants it all, going long. And this one's broken up.
You know, that actually might have been a break for the offense. Sometimes tip passes can linger in the air and get picked off.
Here's a quick throw. Intercepted. First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 45. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Ready? Left, yank. Left.
Gains his way to the 36-yard line. So the option play gets him big yards right there.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how sometimes this guy is able to find a hole and get through it.
From the 36-yard line, it's first down. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. And he's tackled at about the 19-yard line.
First down.
They need to find a way to get points this trip in the red zone. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. Miami with a 6-point lead. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
The Cornhuskers take the field today, number 14 in the nation. And for Nebraska, they're now out in front.
Sims gets set to kick this one away. Excellent kick. Oh, man, he took him down hard.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
2nd down and 10 to go.
Ball on their own 19.
Straight run here, and he's got nowhere to go.
That's got to be very frustrating for that running back. This offense is trying to get in sync and trying to get a rhythm established, and for such a negative play to happen, loss of yards, that can really have a negative impact on the offense and what they're trying to do.
Wants to go long and does. It's knocked away, incomplete. Brown awaits the snap. And this one is a beauty. He's at midfield. And he makes it out to about the 44-yard line.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
Miami up 7 points. Got some open field. He's at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And he converts the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. They'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Brad, as good as this defense has looked, I'm not necessarily surprised by this shutout. I mean, you and I were there on Wednesday watching this team practice, and when this first-team defense goes against their own first-team offense in a practice, sometimes it's actually better than the game itself. So they've prepared themselves very well to have this kind of game.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Pulls it in, and that's a first down.
A nice-looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find a hot receiver.
From their own 28-yard line. First down. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. So the sack makes this 3rd and very long. He's tackled at the 38. Thomas back to return it. Booming kick. heading for the corner. He makes it out to maybe the 36-yard line.
Miami's offensive coordinator, I don't know if he saw something in that defense in that first quarter, but right now they're rolling.
You know, they started off a little bit slow, but give him a lot of credit for making the adjustments, and all of a sudden he's made enough adjustments to put his offense in a position to put up a lot of points.
So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
And they'll get him in the backfield.
The option can be really tough to defend. At that time, it was well played by the defense.
2 minutes left in the half.
Double tight. Double tight. Four down. Four down. New Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go. One hand. 88.
Good outside run there.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Man left. Man left. Four down. Four down. Where's 52? 52. Check ready.
Got a man complete, and he's hit hard. Makes the catch, but just not enough for the first.
Yeah, they're going to come up a little bit short here. Nice job by the defense of preventing this completion from turning into a first down.
Anthony is the deep man awaiting the return. From the 15, he's tackled at the 22.
If he could start this night all over again, I'm sure he would.
Sometimes when you're a quarterback and you have these kind of performances, there's a tendency to want to press and just try to get it all back in one play.
Well, the guys are chomping at the bit down there, waiting for the game to start back up.
They come out in an empty backfield. Rolls right. Quick strike, and he drops it.
That was textbook coverage by the defense. That's exactly what you want to do on every single pass play, but it doesn't always happen.
From their own 22-yard line. 2nd down. Fires quickly, and it's picked off. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. And down he goes at the 21.
It's going to be interesting now to see if this quarterback can put that last throw behind him.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
Fires out to his wideout. And he's finally shoved out at the 48. Big gain there for the first down.
There was some miscommunication down there by the defense that allowed for that big gain.
From their own 48-yard line. First down. Quick throw. Tackle at about the 45. Martin picks up 7 yards with that catch. The Seminoles taking their first time out of the half.
Check 52. Alert, alert, Steven, alert.
And he's tackled right away.
Gain of 12 on the play. First down.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, one for Mike. Watch one. Watch one.
Halfbacks
got it on the quick throw.
And they finally push him out at the 6-yard line.
That makes it first and goal.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. It's the tailback.
Fumble, loose ball.
Looking for the corner.
That's a pretty big mistake, and this offense will lose possession of the football.
Sloppy job by the ball carrier. First and foremost, you should always be concerned about the ball.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout.
Robinson on the give.
Taken down as he works the left for a nice game. We've reached halftime, and I don't think too many people were expecting this. 21-0, Miami. Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 13.
The Hurricanes continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Quick pass.
Brought down at the 27.
Robinson makes the tackle at the 27-yard line. First down.
First and 10.
Ball on the 27. Throws it to the halfback on the screen. He's taken down at the 33.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line.
Well defended, but it's complete for good yardage.
It's a risky throw here by the quarterback. You cannot keep tossing it up into the secondary like that and expect your guy to come down with it every time. The defense is going to jump on one of those and take it the other way.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 49-yard line. And they make the stop at the 38-yard line.
Gain of 11 yards. First down.
And he might want it all here, and does.
It's going the other way.
So it's intercepted by the corner after the errant pass.
Well, the corner came up with a pick, but he can thank his defensive line for that one. They got up into the quarterback's face, put the pressure, and made him get rid of the ball, and the corner was there to make the pick.
From their own 20-yard line, it's first down.
On the ground, left side. He gets hit out of bounds at about the 41.
Zips it to the back.
They'll bring him down at the 49.
That makes it second and 2.
So it's second down and about 2 yards to go.
And he's taken down around the 49-yard line.
off to the left. Nice run there as they work the outside.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From the 45-yard line, it's 2nd down. He makes it to the 42-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Man left, man left. Check 9.
And down he goes at about the 43-yard line.
4th down.
Doesn't want to let the punt returner have a chance here. He just wants to change field position. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Run left side. He makes his way to about the 28.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
3 down. Right 42, right 42.
He wants it all. This one's intercepted. It's the junior safety. And he's tackled at the 39. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 39. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
But you can really mess with an offense's game plan if you can take away their ability to run.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
Two times. Check. Set. Round 50. Round 50.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. 3rd down.
From their own 38-yard line. It's 3rd down. Throws it in a hurry. He's tackled at the 43.
That's good enough for another Miami. 1st down.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. The Hurricanes wide receiver out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback later in this game. He makes it out to maybe the 33-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here's the handoff, and he's brought down right away.
That is a loss of 2 yards. That'll make it 4th and 2.
So it's 4th down. They call on the kicker for a long field goal. There was some movement on the line.
False start. Offense.
It's so tough to move the ball forward. Even a 5-yard setback can do damage to a drive.
And they'll take over on downs. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
He lets it fly. Incomplete. It's knocked down by the defense.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 40-yard line. 2nd down. It's caught. 1st down, and he's out of bounds.
That's good for gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, run the light. Watch one. Watch one. Check, check, alert, alert, alert.
Tackle right around the 20.
Called a gain of 27 yards. 1st down.
Check, 24, 24, check 24. I got him. Alert, alert, Steamer, Steamer, go.
And he's immediately tackled.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
They're in the red zone after coughing up the ball on their last trip down here. He's got his man across the middle. He splits the uprights with the extra point. They line up to kick this one away.
Johnson's needs to return.
Excellent kick. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 23.
Kickoff return 23 yards.
They'll take over here, ready to start a new series.
Check 99, check 99. Ready, light 50.
They'll get him for a loss.
You keep gaining negative yards, and you put yourself in a position of having to make bigger and bigger plays. Puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
From their own 21-yard line. 2nd down.
Check, 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 check. Easy, 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 easy. Rich man. Rich man.
He has some room. Nice run to the outside.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Check. Check hot route. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Throws it out right to the running back. Knocked out of bounds at the 25. That's 3 down and 1 to go. Miami's lead is 2 touchdowns. Into the 4th quarter now, and we're back to the action. Sims is waiting for the snap. He puts it away, and it's a great kick. They'll bring him down at the 37-yard line. They were lucky to prevent a big return there.
Yep, that could have been big if he could have gotten a few more blocks and was able to find the seam.
Well, they got the result you always want on the last drive. Let's see if it happens again. Caught out in the open.
Brought down
At about the 27-yard line.
Gain of 36 yards. First down.
Check, check. Disco Raver. Disco Raver.
complete. He's got room. And he hits him hard at the 14-yard line.
Gain of 13 on the play. First down.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 14. Trying to set up a little screen. Gets it to his tailback. He's taken down at the 5.
Number 24 on the tackle at the 5-yard line. That brings up second and 1.
Check, check, check. Left, right, right.
They run it left. Touchdown, FSU. And he tacks on the extra point. Florida State is ready to kick it away.
Thomas to return.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's tackled at the 19.
A score here might effectively end this one.
Miami up 7 points. He's scrambling. Tackle made
Around the 27-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it second and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Let's go. 36.
And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
That is a loss of 6 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Ship. Let's go.
Airing it out long.
Very stern effort there by the defense. They weren't giving up anything on that series.
That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Anthony back deep to return. Booming kick. And down he goes at the 45.
The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
This quarterback right now is in a rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with his preparation. You can see right now with the reads that he's being able to make, getting the football out of his hands, that he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against this defense.
That'll make it second and 4.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Little handoff. Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 1st and 10. Griffith comes in at
From the 41-yard line. First down.
Check. Disco Raver.
Hines gets 6 yards on the carry.
for a gain of 6 yards. That brings him second and 5. Number 4 comes in at quarterback.
Mike's 42.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback. And they push him out at the 26-yard line.
Gain of 9 on the play. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 26. Fires it out. He's knocked out of bounds at the 20.
Call a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. Just under 3 to go in regulation. He's got an opening. Gains his way to the 10-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Still first down.
It's 1st and goal, and they need a touchdown. And they make the stop at the 4-yard line.
That brings them 2nd and goal.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Puts on a move. Touchdown. The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
Thomas back to return.
He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line. This is when things get a little prickly. You need your playmakers to really come through here. Gets out to around the 38. First and 10. Ball on the 38. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Robinson on the handoff. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. To the 20. And he's taken down around the 9-yard line.
That makes it 1st and goal.
They hand it off. Nice run to the left there.
Brings him down. Gain of 6 on the play. That brings him 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. They're packed in tight on the line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And he converts the extra point. Sims has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 19-yard line.
Florida State's been unable to really show that they're the team to beat here, but it looks like they're going to get another chance at it.
Well, it's now or never. This team has put themselves in a position where they have to hope for some heroics late. It's because they played sloppy most of the game. They're very fortunate they still have a chance to be able to win this game.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Going deep, lays it out there, and down he goes.
Right around the 42-yard line. The defense might be licking their chops right now, Herbie. We've got a change at the quarterback position. We know the kid is talented, but you got to know the defense is going to come after him. We have less than a minute to go.
Tosses out to the tailback on the screen. He's pushed out of bounds at the 31.
Gain of 11 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Mike's 42.
Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted.
Mills with the interception.
Oh, no, they really didn't need that.
And as a quarterback, you can't give up an interception late in the game. You got to be more careful with the football.
Runs left and quickly taken down. The Seminoles taking their first time out of the half.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage. The Seminoles use their second timeout.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
Third down now. They need to get it down to the 34.
They'll bring him down at the 33-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That's good enough.
And this one comes to an end. Our final count in this game, 28-21, Miami. Let's get Kirk Herbstreit's final thoughts on this one. Herbie, what do you got for us?
Miami comes away with bragging rights this year, and I'm sure the fans and students will enjoy it just as much as the players. They were the better team today and added another great chapter to this rivalry.